Leah. Right there, boom. It's just an overview of each and every chapter to go over what's in it and why it is important, and I'll expand on some things if needed. So, Chapter 2, The Business of Leah. If you thought Hitler was bad, wait until you hear about Rumini. Divisions aren't too far apart, and in fact, she is going for the extermination of Scientologists. This is something way more than I've stated previously, the Church has stated previously, and Scientologists in general have stated previously. Rumini and her posse are looking at the total annihilation of a religion and their members due to their beliefs and practices that are assumed by those attacking it for reasons invented and for actions done by those who are attempting to infiltrate the religion and caught. Now, here's the thing I won't do is I won't go and read the whole entire chapter, but I do want to say it's very, very important for you to grasp why she's doing this, right? Why is Leah Remini going out and doing this, and what are her effects, right? I do go over some of the reasons why she's doing it in this chapter, but as you can see, if you just logically looked at it, you'd see that the effects aren't good, and they're not what she's saying, at all. If she's saying the truth, then it should create some kind of calmness and understanding, right? Which is basically the complete and utter opposite of what she's creating right here. And I'll show you some of the some of the effects. So here they are. So a man with an arsenal of guns was arrested for threatening to assassinate the church's ecclesiastical leader. Convicted of a felony and jailed, the man told the police he was influenced by the King of Queens lady. Okay? That's just one out of many, right? 1 out of 500 incidents of violent crimes, threats, harassment, and other such attempts that have just been brutally illegal. Okay? So it's one thing to be against something, right, after reading the truth, but it's not the truth. So that's why people are going nuts, especially the insane. So there's another effect. A woman drove a car through the front doors of the Church of Scientology in Austin, Texas, stopping just short of the nursery. The convicted felon called Leah Remini a true inspiration. And when informed that no one was hurt, her response was, "That's too bad." The woman said thank you many times over to Leah Remini as inspiration for her crimes. That's just the second effect, right? And these are all just insane. Now, the worst of them all, they're all pretty bad, right? But this one's really bad. January 3rd, 2019, a man was fatally stabbed by a member. A man, which was a member, right, was fatally stabbed at the Australia headquarters in Sydney. Previously, the assailant had stated his intention to burn down the church. The killer repeated the same lies and propaganda spread by Leah Remini and her co-host Mike Rinder on Amy's show. So there it is. So he was a 24-year-old, and was just doing services at the church, and he was at reception, the wrong time, the wrong place, and the last thing he saw was basically a kid. That was the assailant, this kid, probably about 15, maybe 16, walking into the church with a knife, and little did he know that his life was going to end right then and there, right? So this is not light stuff we're talking about. This is bad, right? This is not sane. This is not logical. And if it were the truth, things like this wouldn't happen, right? And it's just the same lies that have been spread by these people for the last 40 years and been thrown out of court. And I don't really know why. Well, I do know why, but I don't know why logically they'd put it up. They'd put lies up on the screen. In a sane society, it would be frowned upon to put lies up on national television, but apparently that's not this society. Anyway, guys should definitely read chapter 2 of Escaping Leah. On page 12, it goes into all of that, and it's only about 2.5 pages. Didn't want to do too much information on that because you kind of get the point by the end of it that it's just insane what's been going on. Anyway, thanks so much, guys. See you in chapter 3. Get your copy at exposingcrimes.com. Get the whole set at a discounted rate.